Hi, my name is Jaden. I'm the Secretary of Newspaper.
Hi, my name is Daniela. I'm in the social media management of newspaper, and we're going to be talking about just college applications and the basic rundown that you would need to know when you're applying for college.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, that was bad. I got accepted into FIU, but I'm not committed yet.
I also got accepted to FIU, and I am committed, and I'm going to be starting this summer. Da, da, da. So first we're going to be talking about Common App. Common App is basically a platform where you choose a bunch of colleges that you would like and you input all your student information, and you usually apply through college there if you would like. Personally, I started Common App in the beginning of senior year and I did all my information, but to the college that I committed to, I applied through their website personally because I thought it was easier and it had less of like steps and information that I had to put in like Common App. In Common App, the only things that you can add is your personal essay if the university that you want to get into requires one, if you want to write one, but the university that I'm going to did not acquire anything like that, so I didn't have to input it. So personally, I think that applying through the university is better because it worked for me.
I did not apply in November. I applied kind of late in like January through Common App. It was useful to a point where I was able to fill out a lot of the stuff I need for the colleges, but not all of the stuff that the colleges required was on there, so I did have to go to the separate colleges and log in, make an account, and add extra stuff that was needed. But as like a starting tool, Common App was very helpful because I was able to get all of the necessary information for the colleges, and it was just like able to send them all very easily.
Now we're going to be speaking on SAT. So SAT, as usually you guys know, it's just a big standardized test that we all take that has reading and math and writing. We get a free one in our junior year, which we all took, and that's kind of the first one that you ever take unless you paid for it beforehand. And you can kind of see how a real SAT looks like. It's slightly different from the PSAT, obviously. It's a bit rigorous. In my opinion, I think taking the SAT multiple times, even if you did very well on the first one, is very important just because many schools do require a high SAT score. For example, UF, UMiami, UCF, FSU, all of those like pretty top schools do require a higher SAT score than others. I do think that the SAT is extremely important. I do think that it should be taken very seriously. It's something that colleges look at, usually the first thing they look at other than your GPA and your class rank, and it really sets the bar of like where you are to that school. So if you are preferring to go to Gainesville, Tallahassee, I really do recommend to take that SAT at least 2 to 3 times. Personally, I've taken it like 4 times and I don't regret it. It's always been very exciting. No, not exciting.
Not exciting.
It's
not exciting at all.
Not exciting, but I do feel good about myself after I do take it because I feel, like I've achieved something.
I definitely agree on the fact that you should take the SAT at like multiple times. The school being able to provide a free SAT was very helpful. Talking about the SAT, it was something that definitely took a lot of preparation for because the school gave us one for free, and seeing my score from that, I knew I could do better, so I decided to take the SAT again this year. And beforehand, I had taken a SAT workshop, and it was just multiple classes of them kind of going through and helping you with the type of questions that would be on the SAT, and it definitely helped. My score improved, and it helped me kind of realize that I could get into colleges that I wouldn't have really thought I could have gotten into, or I would have had less hope getting into, but because I was able to do that, I'm more confident in getting into those colleges. Another test that's really good that you could take is the ACT. I personally haven't taken any ACTs, but I do know that nowadays the ACT and the SAT are kind of like equal in terms of how the colleges look at them, so that's something that you should also definitely take into account.
So another good thing to consider is also Bright Futures. Obviously, along with other scholarships, college is very expensive. Bright Futures is very important, and it's very helpful for many high school students. There's two ways you can get Bright Futures. You get 75% of your tuition paid and 100% of your tuition paid. For 100% and 75, you need a certain amount of hours, a certain GPA, and a certain ACT or SAT score. I'm not sure the specifics, but you can look it up when you look up Bright Futures, and they'll give you the chart, and you can apply. And through that same website, you can also apply for other things, like if you're first generation, etc. You get money for that, you get financial aid. I do recommend applying for Bright Futures highly if you're not doing ACE and you're not getting your ACE diploma, because it does pay for 100% of your tuition, or 75, and that is extremely helpful, especially if you're not going to be living at home or if you're going to be living off campus. It is very helpful to have your tuition paid off and not be in debt.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna apply for that because I'm for FIU. I don't know other people, but I know I'm most likely gonna have to live like on campus because my parents aren't gonna be here for college, so it's definitely gonna be a change in lifestyle, and I'm gonna need to really figure out how I'm gonna financially afford college. I applied to FIU, I'd say mid-January, which is a lot later than a lot of people. I applied through Common App. I kind of just filled out everything, and then I went to the actual FIU site, filled out all the extra stuff that Common App didn't have. I was kind of expecting to wait a little longer for a decision, because I knew that I had applied so much later than everybody else that I felt like they had like first priority because it was rolling admission. I wasn't expecting to hear back from them, but I remember checking my email and seeing FIU had emailed me, and I was like, oh my gosh. And when it said that I got admitted, I was like, oh my gosh, like there's no way. So I remember just telling everybody and being super excited about it, and it was like such a relief knowing that I had applied to a college I really wanted to go to and actually got accepted. So.
And how long did that take you, that period of time that you were waiting?
The period of time, I'd say maybe a week after that, the colleges got my SAT score, and then I heard back from them. So.
Yeah. I personally applied to like all the colleges that I was really thinking about in the beginning of my senior year, just because I didn't want to be worrying about anything. I just want everything to be prepared. Like, I applied immediately when early decisions were open. I wanted to get it all over with, so personally I did everything in the beginning. FIU was definitely one of the schools that I knew that if I was going to get into it, I was pretty much set on it. So I was very much focused on FIU more than any other college. I applied October, and early decisions came out November 15th, so I heard about it in November 15th, obviously. So it took me about a month to figure it out. The day that I found out was literally the day after my birthday, so I was going to be pretty bummed out if I didn't get accepted. But I checked immediately right after school because they came out at 3, and I was extremely excited. I was very, very nervous. I didn't know how to, like, look at it. Like, I couldn't figure out where to find my decision because I didn't see the email, so I was looking like directly through the website, and I was struggling. But I was very, very excited. I was very happy. I was kind of like on the edge, but yeah, I got really, really happy when I found out that I got accepted. It's very happy. I did have to send my SAT scores like manually through the College Board account. They don't get set by themselves. Usually you have to pay like a $30 fee to send out your SAT scores, and then you have to wait for your counselor to send your transcripts and all of that. But other than that, the application process was pretty easy. So I would just recommend having all your documents that you need to have for whatever reason ready when you're ready to apply. Also, when you're done, they also ask you for things like your vaccinations, if you have any vaccinations that you need to put, and yeah.
If you have any college-related questions, you can definitely ask us down in the comments, or
ask your race advisor, Meryl, Raph, or ask your counselor.
All right, say bye, guys.
Bye, Girl Scouts.
Bye. Meryl, Raph.